I did not come from a rich family. My father was not powerful. My family did not have connections. I was not the top student. I was not the smart one that teachers pointed to and said, this child will do something great one day. Nobody said that about me. Nobody. I failed my university entrance exam 3 times. 3 times. In China, this is not a small thing. This is your future. This is your identity. And I failed it 3 times. The university I finally entered was considered 3rd or 4th class in my city. Not the best. Not even the 2nd best. The one that accepted the students that the better schools did not want. And you know what? I am grateful for that university. I am more grateful for that experience than I would be for Harvard or Wharton, because that university taught me something that the top schools cannot teach. It taught me that where you start does not decide where you finish. It taught me that difficulty is not a wall, it is a door. You just have to find the handle. I applied to Harvard 10 times. 10 times they said no. At the time, it felt terrible. It felt like rejection, like the world was telling me, you are not the kind of person we want. And maybe that is what they were saying. But looking back now, I understand something. Every no was pointing me toward my own path, not someone else's path, mine. This is the first thing I want you to understand today. Your background is not your limitation. Your starting point is not your destiny. What matters is not where you were born or what school accepted you or how much money your parents had. What matters is what you decide to do with the life you have been given. Starting today, not tomorrow. Today. When I was teaching at a university, my salary was $10 a month. $10. I was educated. I had a job, and I had $10 a month. It was hard. There were days when I looked at my situation and felt very frustrated, very lost. I did not know what was coming. I did not know that anything special was waiting for me. But I believed. I cannot explain exactly why. I just had a feeling deep inside that something was waiting. That if I kept working hard, if I kept showing up, if I kept trying to prove myself, something would happen. That belief did not come from evidence. There was no evidence. Nobody around me was successful in the way I wanted to be. Nobody was building the kind of thing I was thinking about. The belief came from inside, from a decision I made quietly, alone, that I would not give up on myself even when the world gave me every reason to. This is the second thing I want to share with you. Belief before evidence. Most people wait for proof before they believe. They say, show me it is possible, and then I will try. But that is backwards. The proof comes after the belief, not before. You have to believe first, you have to decide first, and then slowly the evidence starts to appear. In 1994, I visited the United States for the first time, and I saw the internet. I searched for things on this new technology. I searched for beer. Results came from America, from Germany, from Japan. I searched for China. Nothing. A country of more than 1 billion people, and it did not exist on the internet. In that moment, I did not see a problem. I saw a door, a very large door that nobody had opened yet. Not because it was locked, but because most people could not see it. People around me thought I was crazy. They thought my idea would never work. They said, Jack, you do not understand technology. You do not have money. You do not have the right background. Who is going to trust you with this? And they were right about the facts. I did not understand technology deeply. I did not have money. I did not have the right background by any traditional measure. But I understood one thing they did not. I understood that the opportunity is always in the place where people are complaining. Where people see a problem, there is an opportunity hiding underneath. Where people say this is impossible, there is a door for the person brave enough to try. Think about this in your own life right now. Where do the people around you complain? What problems do they talk about every day that nobody is solving? What frustrations do they express again and again? That is where the opportunity is. Not in the places where everything is already working well, in the places where things are broken, where things are missing, where people are struggling. This is the third thing I want you to understand. Opportunity lives inside complaint. When everybody agrees something is a good idea, it is probably too late. When everybody is excited about something, the value is already gone. But when people say this will never work, when people say you are crazy, when people say stop wasting your time, that is exactly when you should pay close attention. Because that feeling of resistance often means you are standing next to something real. Now I want to talk about the people you work with, because no matter how good your idea is, you cannot build anything meaningful alone. I learned this very early. The dream has to belong to the team, not just to you. It does not matter if investors believe in your idea. It does not matter if your friends think it will work. It does not matter even if your parents support you or not. What matters is that the people working with you every day believe that they wake up in the morning with the same feeling you have, that this matters, that it is worth the difficulty, that the hard days have a reason. When your team believes together, something very powerful happens. Problems that would stop one person alone become challenges that a group of people can solve together. Difficult days that would break one person become shared experiences that make a team stronger. The dream becomes bigger than any individual fear. So choose carefully who you work with. Not the most talented, not the most experienced. The ones who believe, the ones who will still be there on the hardest days. The ones whose belief in the dream is stronger than their fear of failure. And now I want to speak directly to you, to the young people especially, because you have something that no money can buy and no experience can replace. You are young. That is your greatest asset right now. Not your degree, not your connections, not your skills, your youth, your energy, your ability to try and fail and try again without the weight of too many years of disappointment. Do not waste this. Do not spend these years complaining about what you do not have. Do not spend these years waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect opportunity or the perfect conditions. The perfect conditions are never coming. They do not exist. They have never existed for anyone who built anything real. The people I admire most, the people I have been lucky enough to know and learn from, they all have one thing in common. They do not complain. They see a problem and they ask, how can I solve this? They look at a difficulty and they ask, what can I do differently? They face a closed door and they look for the window. Always, every time, without stopping. This is not talent, this is a decision. A decision you can make right now, a decision that costs nothing but changes everything. Stop waiting, stop complaining, start doing. You have fantastic ideas, I know you do. I see it in young people everywhere I go. They have ideas at night that could change things, real ideas, genuine ideas, but in the morning they go back to the same routine, the same office, the same complaints, the same waiting. Make the move, take the action, even a small one, even an imperfect one. Because the person who takes an imperfect action will always, always go further than the person who waits for the perfect moment that never comes. And finally, I want to leave you with this. If you truly want to succeed, stop thinking only about yourself. Think about others. Think about what problem you can solve for other people. Think about what value you can create for the world around you. Because this is the great secret that most people miss. When other people succeed because of what you built, you succeed. When other people are happy because of what you created, you become happy. Success is not something you chase and catch for yourself. It is something that comes to you when you are genuinely focused on helping others. Work hard, believe before the evidence comes. Find the opportunity inside the complaint. Build a team that believes with you. Use your youth before it is gone. And always, always think about how you can help others first. Your future is not decided. It is being written right now by every choice you make today. Make it a good one. Thank you.